Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is day 3 of their November 2024 release. Hey, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's new gingerbread house die, their new Christmas sugar cookie stencil, their new gingerbread cluster dies, their new gingerbread brood stamp set and outline dies, and their border dies. And I did do this stencil on the release and review like normal. Check that out tomorrow. And I assembled this gingerbread house on the assembly video, so check that out. I'm using the Gingerbread Kisses 6-inch pad from Doodlebug, matching odds and ends from Doodlebug. And I went ahead and I made an A2 size card base out of paper tray ink white cardstock, 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches with my Martha Stewart scoreboard and my Teflon bone folder. Now I'm adding a 1-inch strip of paper from that 6-inch pad from Doodlebug to the inside, about 1/4 inch from the bottom. And then I'm going to add this little gingerbread house, a piece of ephemera, I guess you'd call it, from Doodlebug's Odds and Ends Gingerbread Kisses set, just to the lower right-hand corner. And I will trim off what's overhanging the edge with a pair of scissors using my Beardly Art glue. I'm taking a secure white jelly roll pen and a number 10, and I'm just going to add some highlights to this. I find it makes it, adds a little something, something, right? I love to use these, Doodlebug odds and ends on the inside of my cards. I just think it adds something, a little surprise when you open up the card, right? So just a few little highlights. There we go. Now I'm going to stamp a couple of sentiments from that new gingerbread brood stamp set from Jaded Blossom, using my Misty and some paper tray ink white cardstock and some VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. So wishing you a season filled with sweetness and gingerbread wishes and chocolate kisses. I just think they're both adorable. I will go ahead and cut both of them out with the matching outline dies. These are really handy, right? I use Easy C tape just to hold them in place, and I run them through on my Anna Griffin mini Empress machine. I have one sitting beside me here as I work, and then I have my larger one over on my table that I use for bigger stuff. Here we go. There's my mini, and it cut out perfectly. Now I'm taking this little background, and I made this with Nina Desert Storm 80-pound cardstock, Distress Oxide ink in Worn Lipstick and Tea Dye ink, and Deco Foil Transfer Gel using this Snow Day foil. So I'm trimming this down to 3 inches by 5, what is that? 1/4 of an inch less than 5.5. And I'm sorry, I don't know that measurement off the top of my head. And then next I cut a piece of American Crafts brown cardstock, 1/8 of an inch larger than all of it. And then I'm going to add that to my card front on the right-hand side, leaving a border. And I cut that little border die piece out of paper tray ink Lovely Lady cardstock. And I'm just going to add that with some 1/8 inch score tape, just, because it's easy. And I'll add that to the side of this. I love that new sugar cookie stencil. Look how cute it turned out, right? Especially with that white foil on top. It just looks amazing. There we go. And now I have this adorable little gingerbread house. I'm going to stick it down with some ATG tape. Now, everything that I use to make this will be listed in my blog post. But remember that I do have an assembly video for that. So you can check that out. And underneath that video, everything will be listed that I used to make it. And there we go. So now I'm going to add my sentiments on the inside and outside. So I'm going to add the one little sentiment just underneath this little gingerbread house. Wishing you a season full of sweetness, right? Now on the outside, I'm going to add this other one. There we go. Gingerbread wishes and chocolate kisses. Super cute, just trying to get it straight. Which, is hard for me these days. There we go. Super cute stuff, right? Now I'm taking these little embellishment, gingerbread embellishment cluster dies that are brand new, and I cut them all out of that same brown of cardstock. This is the largest one, and I'm just going to be adding them to my card front, just sort of like a little embellishment, but it'll be flat to the card. And I'm just going to add them on with a little bit of glue, Barely Art glue, and using my embellishment wand to pick them up. I just think they're super cute, tiny little gingerbread men. And remember, you can always, zhuzh them up a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do in a minute once I get them all in place. And then we will have a super cute Christmas card, I think. I just love how these little gingerbread men, look on this card. It just looks so cute. I'm going to add one on the inside just for fun, because I had one left. Why not, right? There we go. And now I'm going to take my Sakura little pens. I have a black glaze pen, and I'm going to dot all the eyes with this black glaze pen once I get it going here. And I'm going to dot all the eyes with that. And then I'm going to pull out my Sakura white jelly roll pen in a number 8. So it's a little bit thinner than the one I usually use, just so I can add some details to these little guys. I'm going to use a 10 as well for the buttons. So I'm just going to tap on, the little white dots. So simple. And then, like I said, I will use the number 8 to add the little, the little icing details. Now, these don't have to be perfect. You get the idea. Just making them look a little bit more like gingerbread men. And there's that number 8 that I have. And I'm just going to, like I said, run the little icing, trace the little icing lines. And I think it adds a little something, right? But I think the star of the show is definitely the gingerbread house. It's adorable. Super fun to put together. I think kids would like to put this together too. If you cut the pieces out, I think they'd have a blast putting that together, making their own little creations. There we go. It's super cute. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, be inspired by the team. The Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on the Gotta Have It Now, or wait until a little later in the week to get things a la carte. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.